Hello ladies and welcome back to my channel. For anyone who's new, my name is Olivia. In today's video, I am going to be attempting, and I say attempting, to rewrap yesterday's really beautiful poofy look. And I'm going to do my best to get it to look similar. I'm not guaranteeing exact, but I do my best. Now, my makeup is set up for today's styling. But I did keep the shirt. I went in and grabbed it from the laundry bin. A little weird, but I wanted to keep at least one thing similar. So maybe the universe will give me the ability to wrap this the same. So in this video, you will see my arms a little bit. It's hot. It feels like it's 90 degrees in this room, and I have the air conditioning on. So just forewarning, you're going to see my arms. Now, I do have on the same shaper as yesterday. This is my Uber from Rapunzel. It is partially stuffed. I do not remember exactly how much. It's been a while since I pulled some of the stuffing out of this one. But I think it's a little bit more than a fully stuffed Wendy as far as size. And then my hair is in there as well. So I just wanted it to be a little bit more comfortable for the amount of hair that I have. All right, so I have that on. And then at the end of the video, I will wrap with, I'm gonna probably break it up into sections. There will be 3 sections to this video. I'm gonna be doing this wrap. I'm going to be doing today's wrap. And then I'm going to be talking about a project that I'm thinking might start, if not Monday, then the following Monday, because it's something that's kind of going around in my brain and I need to do it. So, okay. Now for this look, I have this beautiful, beautiful scarf. It was part of a kit from Rapunzel that came with this floral scarf and a pashmina. Now I did model the kit in orange, I believe it's orange. And this one I purchased that I liked a lot was the gray pashmina with this scarf. So I have this one. And if you're wondering why I'm not naming it, it's because my brain is on stupid. It's stuck on stupid today. I ran out of my favorite caffeinated coffee. So words and names are just today. So, but this has the orange in it, so it may not look so stupid with my makeup. Okay, and then this beauty, which is a soft pashmina in this really beautiful blue. Unfortunately, neither one of these seem to be available. This one was part of a kit, a Black Friday kit, not this past year, but the year before. So it's no longer available in this color on site. Okay, so that's what I used. Now I will say any pashmina, no, that's not what I wanted to say. I will say any color combination. I chose the blue because of this guy here, this flower. You could choose pinks, an orange. I just tend not to have orange in my collection over there. So the blue I thought would be really pretty. And I didn't want to do it with the gray because I've wrapped that before and I was experimenting. Okay, and I'm rambling. So let's just get to it. Okay, so I started out with the blue. And this is, you're going to see what I mean by my brain is just stuck on stupid because I'm rambling. I will continue to ramble, I think. But I'm folding it over some. I'm going to place it on my head and I'm going to tie it so that the folded piece is here and the knot is up here. Okay. Take a second to sit back, lean forward. Okay. All right. Now, I'm going to want one short side, one long side, just like so. I want to tie the knot so that this long end comes out the front. And there we go. Now I see I have this big ugly piece here. I'm going to pull it down and stuff it in. I'm also going to stuff my shaper back just a small bit. Okay, so I have this. Now with this piece, I'm just going to drape it open back over. Don't worry about the fringes or anything, because we're going to cover that up with the second scarf. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing and have one short end, one long end on this guy. Now, since I did not remove the tag, I want to make sure that this is on the short end so that when I tie it, I'm not going to have to worry about it being out in the flower. Okay, so I've got this here. Now that piece wants to be showing, and we're saying no. Okay, I'm going to fling this to the front so that I can make sure I get all of these fringes tucked in and tie this rather well. I want to tie the knot behind this knot. Make sure this comes up. If it doesn't tuck in perfectly, that's okay. We're going to be covering it up. So I get this guy here. Knot. There. Okay, so I'm opening this up and I'm going to stuff it in where I can. Where are you opening? I'm going to create one. Okay. There's one right there. Okay, so this is what we have. Now I'm going to turn around and show you the back. And I have these two big things right in front of my face. Okay, so I have this. Now, this is going to drive me nuts, so I'm going to fling this to the side. Now with this piece, I'm going to start with this one. I'm going to bring this across. I want to make sure I'm not seeing this edge here because I just don't like it. If you like it, that's fine. You can leave it showing, but I'm going to twist it so that's on the bottom and that's easily hidden. I'm bringing it up like so, and then I'm just going to start gathering it and floofing it out. Again, this is a free form. I don't know if I said it, but it's like a free form piece, so every wrinkle and crease is going to come out differently when you do it. Each time it's going to be a little bit different. Words. All right. It's kind of funny with the K-cups that I have downstairs. My daughter keeps me stocked with K-cups. Totally ran out the one that I really like a lot, and it's kind of silly, but I won't go out and buy them because we have so many K-cups downstairs. I have a lot of decaf because I've switched to decaf for my second and possibly third cup of coffee for the day. Probably not healthy. I just like the flavor. But I'm going to continue, stop talking about coffee. I'm going to continue to scrunch it around and stick pins in it. Now this is going to take about a dozen and a half of pins, depending on how good you are at pinning in key places. Okay. All right, now I'm going to stick one right here because why not? I think it'll help hold it in place. Okay. All right. I think that's good. All right, when I get around to here, we're going to flip this guy over to here. I'm going to continue the flipping. Okay. And just kind of gather it up. Now, I don't want this piece to be too long. Okay, so we're going to continue gathering back and some pins, just like so. Now I chose these really nifty pins with the ball points on the ends because it's easier for me to find them when I'm trying to take off my wrap. And, ew, scarf in the mouth, not a good idea. Because I think they're interesting. You could choose pins that have a white ball on the end. I have a bunch of yellow ones because I had them for my quilting. Okay. Just bring this back up here. Oh, here's one. Here's one that I didn't even know was there. This is from another wrap at another time. Oh my goodness, I went through the entire day with a random pin in my wrap that I did not even know was there. So I'm lifting this. This corner of the scarf is at eye level, just the corner of my eye. And that's where it was yesterday. So we're gonna get it pinned up there. Okay. All right, so we have this. I'm going to leave it alone for now. One more pin. One more pin just to get it in there. Okay, now that's going to stay, and I'm going to do the rose with this one. I am opening up the entire scarf, just like so, making sure that the seamed edge is on the inside. It doesn't really matter, but all the glittery bits on this scarf are on the outside, so that's what it is. I'm taking the bottom and I'm just loosely flipping it up, sort of rolling it, but not really, because I don't want it to be really small. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm taking this corner and I'm gonna roll it in to kind of give it that rose, the rose look. I want this nice and big. The tighter you roll it, the smaller the rose. So I'm going to stick this right here. I'm going to stick another pin back in here. Okay, so, and then I'm just feeling where I'm sticking the pins just to see if I can get it to hold in place. Be gentle with yourself. It's okay. Take your time at this point. I'm trying to get it in because I have so much other stuff I want to talk about. I'm also going to be grabbing some more pins. All right. So I have this piece here. I'm going to twist it lightly. I'm bringing it around. I'm going to shift it back just a little bit. Get you in here, get you back there. Okay, so again, this is going to take some fussing to get it correct, or to get the placement where you want it. And I don't want to grab this piece, so let's have him out of the way, go in from underneath. Let's not be silly. The whole thing fell forward, so I scooched it back. That's what I was just doing. Okay. So grab a pin, stick a pin in it. Okay, so this is what we have so far, and it's looking pretty good. It's not exact, but like I said, these freeform ones are really hard to get exactly the same. Sometimes they come out much nicer the second time. Sometimes you go, oh no, and you want to restart. But I'm pretty pleased with the way this one is looking. If I can keep my friend the pin stuck inside, that would be great. Okay, so we have this. All right. All right, so this side here, I have all of this hanging, and I didn't want it touching my face because that would drive me crazy all day. So I'm taking this back piece, this back corner, I'm bringing it up and around. And yes, I did pull out some pins when I did it, so ow, ow. Don't stab yourself in the head. And I'm just going to be stabbing this in and weaving that up so that it's hidden. Okay. Now I'm going to be taking this and between here, I'm going to be stuffing it in just to get it up just a little bit. Same thing here. If you want to take your finger and push it up first and then stick a pin, that's good too. So you're starting to have this. And I'm going to take my finger and push this up underneath and stick a pin. Ow, I just stabbed myself in the head. So that one was not good. Okay. All right. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. Just get this up inside. Just to give me the fringes hanging down. I can twist those underneath a little bit. And then this is the technique I used. So it's just scrunching and pinning and scrunching and pinning and getting it into a shape that I like. Now, that's better. Okay. Where did that one just stab me? Okay. I've got to make sure that the pins are parallel to my head and not stabbing into my head, because that's no good. Okay, so we have the big floof flower right there. The frilly bits on the outside here. Here's the back. And then the other side. Okay, now I'm going to pause because I really want to change my shirt, and I will be right back to do part 2 of the video.